Alright, it's Saturday morning. Last night I spent some time cleaning up the shop. I figured I'd give you guys a real quick view of it before it gets trashed again. Well, anyway, welcome to my shop. Yeah, like I said, I spent some time last night cleaning it up, and from the pictures you probably won't be able to tell that. Quick tour of some of the tools that I have in here. One of the first things that every shop needs is at least a halfway decent table saw with a good fence on it. I bought this Ridgid table saw years ago. Oh boy, 14, 15 years ago. 10-inch table saw, contractor style. It's got a decent fence on it, and I tell you what, over the years that I've had it, I've yet to have one problem with it. It cuts through just about everything I've put on it, and get a decent blade and a good fence, and this thing goes to town. A few years ago, I exchanged the, move some of this stuff off here. It's my project for my day. Years ago, I exchanged the left-hand side table for a router table. I put a router table, a cast iron router table on it. Rather than have an independent router, I opted for the option of just exchanging that side of it and putting this router table on it. After that, I put a Incra router lift. Sorry, a router lift on here. Nice tool to have. Instead of exchanging your bits from down under it, this thing automatically will lift it up. It's got a hand crank on it, and you just crank this up or down, adjust the height, change your bits out from up top, and great tool to have. The next thing that I got that every shop, if you're going to be a serious woodworker, you need a good joiner. I bought this joiner probably a month ago, a Jet 6-inch joiner. Great tool to have. I spent about close to $1,000, came with free shipping. I couldn't pass that up right to the door. Like I said, Jet 6-inch joiner, gotta have it if you want flat wood. After you get one side of your wood flat, what you can do is you need to get a thickness planer. I bought this Ridgid 10 years ago, 12-inch thickness planer. So what it'll do is it'll allow you to send wood through. If you got one face good on the wood, a flat face, send it through, and that top face, it'll match to the bottom face. It'll give you exact thicknesses that you need. Great tool to have. It's only a 12-inch, but so far it's been working for what I do. The next thing that I have in my shop, I bought a floor standing drill press. It's Craftsman. I bought this off of Craigslist for, I think it was $125. A guy posted it, and within minutes I told him I'll be at his house. This thing's lasted me a while. It's given me no problems. If you want to adjust the speed, you got to adjust the belts. Not a big deal. I don't do that often. I built a table for it, for mounting all your stuff on there. I got different jigs that I can put on my drill press. The next thing I have is a orbital sander. Not orbital. Anyway, it's a Ridgid sander. I'm forgetting the type of sander it is, but oscillating. It goes up and down with the belt, and then you can, underneath there, you can get different spindles for it. So it's an oscillating belt and spindle sander. That's a great tool to have. Next thing that I bought years ago, again, was a Craftsman bandsaw. I'll tell you what, some of the two things that I run to in the shop that I use the most are table saw, bandsaw, and my drill press. Those are the three things that come in handy. But it's a floor stand